How to fix PES 2018 white screen to black screen error. Welcome back to Compatibility. Today, we're diving deep into a frustrating issue that many PES 2018 enthusiasts have encountered: the dreaded white screen to black screen error. This problem typically manifests when launching the game, where the display briefly shows a white screen before transitioning to a permanent, unresponsive black screen, preventing the game from starting entirely. This comprehensive guide will equip you with a range of professional, technical solutions to diagnose and resolve this specific display sequence failure, ensuring your return to the virtual pitch. 1. Verify game file integrity. The most fundamental step involves ensuring your game installation is complete and uncorrupted. For legitimate copies, use Steam's Verify Integrity of Game Files utility, which scans and replaces any damaged or missing files automatically. For non-standard installations, a fresh download from a reliable source or a complete reinstallation is often the most effective remedy for core file discrepancies. 2. Update graphics drivers. Outdated or corrupted graphics drivers are a primary culprit for display-related issues. Navigate to your GPU manufacturer's website, NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and download the latest stable drivers specifically for your graphics card model. Perform a clean installation by selecting the Custom or Clean Installation option during the setup process to remove any residual driver files. 3. Rollback graphics drivers. If the error began after a recent driver update, consider rolling back to a previously stable version. Access Device Manager, locate your display adapter, right-click, select Properties, navigate to the Driver tab, and choose Rollback Driver. This action can revert to a known working driver configuration that might be more compatible with PES 2018. 4. Install or repair DirectX. PES 2018 relies heavily on DirectX components for rendering graphics. Download the DirectX end-user Runtimes web installer from Microsoft's official website and run it to either install missing components or repair existing ones. Alternatively, use an offline installer if internet connectivity is a concern, ensuring all necessary libraries are present and functional. 5. Install or repair Visual C++ redistributables. Many games, including PES 2018, require specific versions of Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable packages. Systematically install or repair all versions from 2005 up to the latest available e.g. 2015-2022 from Microsoft's Download Center. These packages provide essential runtime components that the game's executable often depends on to function correctly. 6. Run game as administrator. Insufficient administrative privileges can prevent the game from accessing necessary system resources or writing temporary files. Locate the PES 2018 exe in Settings. Exe files in your game directory, right-click on each, select Properties, go to the Compatibility tab, and check Run this program as an administrator. Apply these changes to ensure elevated permissions upon launch. 7. Disable full-screen optimizations. For Windows 10 and 11 users, full-screen optimizations can sometimes interfere with older game titles. In the same Compatibility tab for PES 2018 exe, check the box for Disable Full-Screen Optimizations. This setting can often resolve display mode conflicts that lead to black screen issues, particularly when the game attempts to take exclusive full-screen control. 8. Set compatibility mode. If the game is older, running it in compatibility mode for an earlier Windows version might resolve the issue. Experiment by setting PES 2018 exe and Settings. Exe to run in compatibility mode for Windows 7 or Windows 8 via their respective compatibility tabs. This can help bypass potential OS-level conflicts that affect game initialization. 9. Adjust in-game settings via Settings. EXE. Before launching the game, use the Settings. EXE utility located in your PES 2018 installation folder. Try lowering the display resolution, changing the display mode from full screen to windowed, and reducing overall graphics quality settings. This pre-configuration can prevent the game from attempting to initialize with unsupported or problematic display parameters. 10. Temporarily disable antivirus/firewall. Your antivirus or firewall software might be incorrectly identifying game executables as threats, preventing them from launching correctly. Temporarily disable your security software to test if it's the cause. If the game launches, add PES 2018, EXE in Settings, EXE to your antivirus exclusions or firewall whitelist to prevent future interference. 11. Close background applications. Other applications running in the background can consume system resources or create software conflicts, leading to game launch failures. Use Task Manager to identify and terminate unnecessary processes before starting PES 2018. Pay close attention to resource-intensive applications or overlay programs that might interfere with game rendering. 12. Check display adapter settings, dedicated GPU. Ensure your system is utilizing the dedicated graphics card rather than an integrated GPU, especially on laptops or systems with multiple graphics adapters. Access your NVIDIA control panel or AMD Radeon settings. Navigate to Manage 3D Settings or Switchable Graphics, and explicitly set PES 2018 to use the high-performance graphics processor. 13. Perform a clean reinstallation of the game. If previous steps fail, a complete and clean reinstallation might be necessary. Uninstall PES 2018 through Windows, Add or Remove Programs feature. Then manually delete any remaining game folders in your installation directory and user profile, e.g. Documents Konami. Restart your system before performing a fresh installation to ensure no residual files cause issues. 14. Update Windows operating system. Ensure your Windows operating system is fully updated with the latest patches and feature releases. Outdated system files can lead to compatibility issues with newer game components or drivers. Navigate to Settings, then Update and Security or Windows Update, and check for and install all available updates. 15. Clear shader cache. Corrupted shader cache files can cause graphical glitches or launch issues. For NVIDIA users, clear the cache from the NVIDIA control panel under Shader Cache Size. AMD users can find similar options in Radeon settings, while Intel users might need to clear temporary files via disk cleanup. This process rebuilds necessary shader data upon next game launch. 16. Check system requirements. Verify that your system hardware meets the minimum and recommended specifications for PES 2018. Insufficient CPU, RAM, or GPU capabilities, particularly RAM, can lead to graphical initialization errors and crashes. While the game might launch on lower-spec systems, consistent white-to-black screen errors can indicate underlying hardware limitations. 17. Disable overlay applications. Third-party overlay applications like Steam Overlay, Discord Overlay, or GeForce Experience Overlay can sometimes conflict with game rendering pipelines. Access the settings for each overlay program and temporarily disable their in-game functionality. Test the game launch after disabling each one sequentially to pinpoint any specific conflicting overlay. 18. Run System File Checker, SFC, and DISM. Corrupted Windows system files can sometimes impact game stability. Open Command Prompt as an administrator and run SFC/scano to scan and repair protected system files. If issues persist, follow up with DISM/online/cleanupimage/restore health to repair the Windows system image itself, resolving deeper OS-level inconsistencies. 19. Perform a clean boot. A clean boot helps identify third-party software conflicts by starting Windows with a minimal set of drivers and startup programs. Use msconfig to selectively disable non-Microsoft services and startup items, then reboot your system. If the game launches, re-enable services one by one to isolate the problematic application. 20. Check for DirectX feature-level compatibility. Ensure your graphics card supports DirectX 11, which PES 2018 primarily utilizes. You can check your DirectX feature level using DxDiag. If your card only supports older DirectX versions, it might struggle to render the game correctly, leading to display initialization failures like the white-to-black screen error. We hope these deep technical solutions have helped you overcome the PES 2018 white screen to black screen error. Troubleshooting these types of issues often requires patience and systematic diagnosis, but with these steps, you're well equipped to restore your game. Don't forget to follow Tenabalta for more expert technical guides and solutions.